everybody, Debbie here from Craftywafty, and this I do believe is part 7 of our series of how to make a basic 8" by 8" album, and I'm going to focus on making little mini pockets, which are really cute and great for putting in things like tickets, stubs and what have you. So I'm just going to pop my page over here. So the measurements for our little mini pockets are 4.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Now I've cut 2 of these, and as always I've scored 1/2 inch going all the way around 3 sides. So we score on the 4.5 inch, so we're coming down 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch along the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our lovely red liner tape. I really like these because these are really cute. You can have them on a page on your own, which is what I'm doing for this page, or you can add them maybe to a flap or something like that, you know, to embellish another page. So they're really quite cute. Obviously you can upscale these, or you can make them even smaller if you want to, but I'm just doing this measurement for my page. So as always with our pockets, we go around with our 3 sides, and we're going to do the 3 sides again on this one, because I've got 2 little mini pockets going onto this page, because I'm going to put them diagonal on the page. Okay, so I'm just going to do that one, and we're going to come around and do this one like so. So that's all the tape done, and I'm just going to get my foam folder, and we're just going to make sure that these all stick. And I'm going to make sure that one sticks on there like so. And as always, we're going to cut across to the crossed over where the score lines are, and then we'll give it a little wonky bit. And then we're going to cut across to the score lines and give it a little wonky bit. And I'm going to do that on both pockets. Cut and wonky, and then cut to the cross and give it a little wonky bit. And that just helps the pocket corners to lie flat, giving it that little wonky bit. So now I can fold back on our edge. Here we go. I'm going to do that like so. And here we go. Here's our other little one. Like so. That's it. We'll just get these prepped ready. And now we come to work out where we're going to pop these on the page. So we would like to have them sort of balanced on the page. So I'm coming in probably about 1/4 inch from the diagonal corners, but I can see that that might give me just a little overlap. So I might just take that to 1/8 inch either side, and then that's going to give me better clearance. Now I've gone diagonal. Now I can bring that down, pull them up a little bit. I can have them stacked one on top of the other almost. So whichever way you want to do that. So I'm just going to bring them up and down just a little bit. And I'm just coming in 1/8 inch. It's just best to make sure that you've got them evenly spaced. I'm going to pop that on there, and then the gaps here I will probably put a little card for journaling or something like that on top. So let's get the bottom one done first. I'm just going to peel that off. Because it's not too big a pocket, I'm just going to go straight with it, and I'm just going to come in 1/8 inch from the bottom and about 1/8 inch from my score line for my hinge, so we get good clearance. And now that's down, and because it's a little pocket, we'll put in a little bit of construction tape, and then I can just peel off these bits here. Here we go. Oh, goodness me, I'm trying to get a hold of that little fiddly thing. You gotta love the red liner tape. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna pop that in. So now I've got one pocket in situ. Okay, I can now turn it around, but I'm going to work upside down because I want to work out roughly the same measurements, but I'm going to bring this down just a little bit because I want to, well, actually I suppose I could bring it down as close. Now I'm going to give it a little gap, but I do need to clear myself a gap at the top for popping things in and out. So I will bring it down a little bit on the page, and obviously I've got my 1/8 of an inch on the edge there, and those pocket sides there line up beautifully. So that's where it's going to go. So I will put a little bit of glue on this one because I need to work out the best option for this on the page, and it just gives me that little bit of, as I say, wiggle room. So I'm coming in about 1/8 of an inch. I'm leaving a little gap there. I can see roughly how straight my pocket's going to be because I'm looking at the top edge here. Just going to pop that on and stick that one down. Now that's stuck down. Okay, I can now put my little bit of construction tape on there. Just going to stick that on there like so. There we are, and then that's just going to fold up like before. So I've got a little bit of a trim at the top of both pockets. So, oops, we can't get a hold of this red liner tape today. There we go. And here's my next one. There we are. And I'm just going to fold that over and tuck that down. And there we are. That's our 2 little mini pockets. And as I said, you can pop little tickets and all sorts of things in there. So there we go. Lovely. Thanks for watching. Bye.